Good morning, happy Monday. I'm heading to the gym this morning to do a strength session. It is technically a rest day, or rather a rest day from cardio. So I can't really call it like a full rest day. However, no cardio today, so all I've got is an hour gym. And yeah, I'll take you along. That is my training done for the day. Finished at the gym and it was fine. Like, I didn't feel great, but I also didn't feel bad. I feel like just when I do a gym session in the morning, I feel like I'm half asleep. And so that is basically it. But now I'm a bit more awake, so I'm gonna head home. I've actually just been to MLS as well to get some food, get some bits. So I'm gonna head home and then I will make my second breakfast and then chill for the rest of the day, because like I say, it is kind of technically a rest day, but just I have to fit my gym in. So yeah, back from the gym and I've just made my second breakfast, which is pancake, Greek yogurt, raspberries, maple syrup, the works. I basically tend to eat the same on a rest day as I would on a full training day, so it's probably kind of like more energy than I'm expending in terms of calories, amount in, etc. But it just means that I feel like super refreshed, I feel recovered afterwards, and going into the rest of the week, I know that I'm not starting on a deficit. So that's always a good thing. But yeah, I basically just stick to my normal routine. So I'm gonna eat this. It's Tuesday morning and we've got a fartlek session on the trail. So I've come to Lady Bower, the best place to run in the world. And the session today, I've got a 15-minute warm-up and then 4 15-second strides off a minute jog recovery. So the warm-up is going to be about 20 minutes of running in total, and then I'm going into a 4-minute, 2-minute fartlek. So it's 4-minute threshold, 2-minute float, steady recovery. So it's kind of a continuous, I think there's 7 sets, so it's like a continuous like 42 minutes of like surge, float, surge, float. So you never fully foot off the gas in these kind of workouts because there's no jog recovery, there's no rest. It's almost like a continuous, just, yeah, kind of like adjusting the pace. I feel like you have to be quite fit to do float recovery. It's like, I honestly feel like in the last few weeks, I've not really been in a place where I'm like, yeah, like fit enough to do float recoveries, because I find that just running the reps, like just, you know, knocks the oxygen out of my lungs. Whereas I feel like this, maybe I'm at that point now. We'll see. Today will be a nice test, but it's a bit windy, it's a bit wet, but I'm feeling all right. I'm not feeling full beans. My period came yesterday, and whilst I am someone that's like, just, you know, crack on, you still got to get the training done, I just like mentally I'm like, I just want to nap, if I'm honest. That is like exactly what I want to do, but it's all good. I think my legs will feel nice because they are pretty well rested after a day off yesterday. And yeah, I'll do some drills before I get going and then get into the session. So let's warm up. Okay, that is drills done, and now gonna strip the layers off and yeah, head out. I always like input the session onto my watch as well, so I don't have to look at my watch. I literally just run, and then it will tell me exactly when to start and stop, etc. So easy. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to take you with me because I don't have anyone that can come and film, and also I don't want to carry a camera whilst I run. So I'm going to be solo on this session, but I will check back in afterwards and yeah, hopefully have a good session. Session done. That was hard work. I feel like I always say this after sessions, and I feel like in my head training is like controlled, smooth, you know, somewhat relaxed, and it's not. It's always hard work, and I think that like I have to remind myself of that. Even when you're really fit, it's hard work. When you're unfit, it's hard work. Like, it's just always hard, but it's supposed to be, you know. That's what you need to get fitter, adapt, etc. But the session went okay. I'm quite pleased with it. I don't feel like I'm quite fit enough to be doing float recoveries, or like, not that I'm not fit enough, I'm just out of practice. And whenever I've done floats in the past, I've always done them on the flat, which means that I can like basically stick to a pace, and that's how I dictate how to do the float. Whereas on the trail, like, some of them were like steep up hills and some of them were steep downs, and I'm like, you just have to like go off feel. I'm not even sure if you can hear any of this because it's mega windy. But anyway, on the whole, I'd say a good session. I think the 4-minute reps were just under 4 minute per K pace, which, like I say, on undulating trail, that's good for me. Pretty pleased. I'm gonna go, it's too windy. But yeah, gonna have a drink. Should have half a molten solid bar right here. So quick snack, drink, drive home, and then proper refuel. But all in all, good session, just fine. Again, B+ sessions, that's what I'm here for. And then I need to recover now because I got a double later, but we'll go. Escape this wind. Goodbye. I'm back home and I'm just making my post-training snack. So I've got a double chocolate pancake, and then a big dollop of Greek yogurt. Then I'm gonna add raspberries and maple syrup. This is like my post-training / second breakfast snack, kind of like every day, and I just love it. I basically find something I like and then exhaust it until I find something else I like. But I feel like this hits all of the spots because it's got like berries for some like antioxidants, freshness, and then obviously you got Greek yogurt for like protein, but also fat, calcium, good stuff, and then pancake for some carbs, sugar, again more good stuff, and then some maple syrup for some additional sugar. So yeah, but also it just tastes great. Like, I'm all for fueling your body, I'm all for like eating somewhat healthy, but I feel like food just has to taste good, and that is the main priority. So this is a yogurt bowl. Hi. Hi. It's Tuesday evening and I've got a double to do. So I've got 50 minutes cross training. So I'm doing it on the turbo, and I basically have a session on Zwift, which is like a recovery session. I think it's like 48 minutes in total. And you basically just, it's like zone 1, a little bit of zone 2, and yeah, it's pretty easy. I feel like sometimes the easy sessions are like the most unmotivating because you don't really have to like put yourself up for it. So sometimes I'm a bit lacking the mojo, but it's one of those where you just gotta get it done. I feel like this is probably where I left off yesterday, but it's now Wednesday morning and we are back on the turbo. So my Wednesday training is a 75 minute turbo session with some tempo blocks in the middle, and then I've also got the gym today. I have good intentions to go to the gym, but I might swap it to another day. I shouldn't, but I might. Just because I'm so busy at the moment. Like, I'm literally trying to balance so much. Like, If I'm not training, I'm working. If I'm not working, I'm creating content and videos for brands. Like, it's getting busy. And then if I'm not doing that, I'm coaching, replying to WhatsApps, and yeah, I'm a little bit overwhelmed at the moment. And also, this evening I've got a hair appointment, which is why I might move the gym. That is actually the reason I might move the gym. Because yeah, I'm overwhelmed, I've got a lot on, and I would have to do my gym during the day. But I'm gonna have good intentions, hopefully go at lunchtime, but we'll see how this day goes on. But anyway, right now I've got a 75-minute on the bike with some tempo intervals, and yeah, I'm a bit out of it, to be honest. Like, I've been up since 5 AM because my puppy woke me up. It's not to complain, definitely no excuses, but I'm just like, my brain. Anyway, we're gonna crack on. It's gonna be a good session. Let's go. Bike session is done, and now making breakfast. I honestly feel like my training is so monotonous. Like, I pretty much do the same thing, same routines, like on a daily and then weekly basis, and I just find that's what works for me. Like, I just like consistency. I like knowing exactly how my day is structured, and basically because I work from home and I don't really have kind of like much structure to my day, I feel like training is what gives me structure in my life, and so therefore I like kind of like having it, yeah, somewhat consistent. But anyway, as always, gonna refuel now. Got some Greek yogurt from Marks and Spencer's. This is really good. They've started doing like a 5% fat one, which I think is the perfect in between of like, I normally go 0% because I find the 10% is like really heavy, like just makes my stomach a bit sore. But 5% is a good in between. And then this is chocolate pancake today. But yeah, training was okay this morning. I wasn't like, I just feel like when I'm tired, I am a bit tired at the moment. I think because I've got a little puppy, he is making me lose out on some sleep, and it is important. Like, I do kind of recognise it. It's more that I just find my motivation is slightly lower because I'm just tired and I'm a bit just like meh. But in these like times, I'm just like just get it done and kind of like do what you need to do without overexerting yourself. So that's what we're doing. But I always feel like so much better after as well. Like, I'm a bit not in the mood to start, and then as soon as I do it, I'm like, oh, I feel so much better. Anyway, this is my breakfast, my second breakfast. I've had my first breakfast before. So I'm gonna eat this, and then, like I say, hopefully get to the gym today. I do need to go out, so I should go to the gym. I will go to the gym. Hold me accountable. You can get a close-up of my very good breakfast. We've made it out. We're going to the gym. I actually feel like my head is going to explode. I just feel like adulting is not for me today. But when my head's like this, the one thing that kind of like keeps me grounded is just getting my training done. I feel like if I get my training done, then anything's possible. I know that sounds really weird, but basically that is how like I prioritise my day. I'm like, I literally just have to make sure I get my training done, and then I can do anything. So anyway, we're gonna go to the gym. I am on a very, very, very tight timeline. That is the gym done, and now I've got some sushi because I'm in a rush and I need to get back to work, and then I can go get my hair done later. So this is what I'm having. I did realise as well, when when I vlog, all I talk about is like how I feel, slash I have a very like emotional narrative of what I tell you. But I think basically I was thinking I should actually be more non-emotional and actually tell you what I'm up to at the gym. Obviously you can see some clips so you know kind of like the exercises I'm doing, but I very much split my gym sessions into kind of like 40 minutes or like 35 to 40 minutes of strength training. So I'll do 3 key compound lifts, and that will be kind of like my back squat today. I also did hand cleans, and then I did the single leg hip thrust. So I'll do 3 key exercises, and then in between I'll basically just do kind of like superset them with core or plyometrics. And at the moment I'm trying to increase my ground reaction time, because I feel like, especially with this injury, coming back from injury, it's just been a bit sluggish. So I feel like I can't really get off the ground. I feel like I can produce power, but like I can't like hit the ground and go. So that's why you've been seeing quite a lot of like plyo jumps and those kind of like explosive reactive drop jumps, because that is a way to improve that. So basically I tend to dictate most of my strength training, gym training. I feel like I've been doing it for quite a few years now. Not as consistent as I am now, but I have been doing it for a few years. So I know kind of like how to make a program, and I find that it's the perfect balance of, it tests me, it improves my strength, but it doesn't like absolutely ruin me for the rest of the week, because ultimately I want to be able to run, you know, I want to not have DOMs and not be lifting so heavy that like I feel dead in my legs. And I find that this kind of formula of like 3 key exercises, 3 supersets, and then going into my Achilles rehab is like the perfect formula. So yeah, good morning. It is Thursday and we've got an hour run this morning. I'm hoping to take you along, but it's raining outside, so I basically need to assess how bad it is, because I don't really want to be taking cameras with me if the rain is pretty bad. I'm also a bit miffed because I got my hair done last night, and literally I didn't get home until 9:30. My hair honestly takes so long to do. It took like literally 4 hours to do. And now obviously, so like I've literally not seen anyone. I've not even been out. I've not been able to show off my hair. And now I'm going to go for a run in the rain, and it's going to ruin it. And I know how shallow this sounds, but like, can anyone relate? Like, I just feel like it's such a waste of nice hair. I mean, at least my hair will hopefully make it onto my YouTube this week, so I can have nice hair for one clip for one day. But yeah, I feel like just the struggle of being a female athlete, like trying to like keep yourself looking relatively socially acceptable and then balancing it with training is like, honestly, it's hard. It is hard. I don't even know how to do my hair. I don't want it to matte, but also I feel like it's so sleek and shiny that I feel like I can't do much with it. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put this headband on. You know what? I actually feel alright this morning. Like, I don't feel too tired. I feel good. Okay, got a headband on to keep my ears warm. Hopefully keep my hair somewhat okay. And yeah, 1 hour easy run. I'm wearing the On Cloud Surfer Max in grey to match the weather. Hello. We are about 5k in and it's glorious, you know. Grey, drizzly, a bit wet, a bit squelchy. I now know why all of the UK running influencers leave the UK in January. I did actually go and see the video last week, and I'm still running with a bit of a deficit in the leg I had surgery on, and I can tell, and I don't know if it's just because I know there's still a deficit, but I feel like this week I've like really noticed that I'm like limping very slightly more. And when I watched a video of myself running, I was like, oh my gosh, I can see it so bad. And I'm like trying not to panic, because in my head it doesn't feel bad, but when I see it I'm like, oh, I need to be careful with that. But I think also it's one of those things that's kind of like a work in progress, and I think the more I run, the more I just like rebuild this foundation, hopefully everything will start to even out again. And if not, we go back to the drawing board. But yeah, it's just a bit of a weird one at the moment because I feel so good running and it feels so natural, but there's definitely like a lack of range of motion in my right leg. This is the reality of running in the UK. Obstacle course. We made it. Run done. My dog is playing with a plastic bottle, so if you hear some background noise then that is that. But we're gonna have post-run breakfast, snack, whatever you want to call it. And I got this chocolate almond croissant in Gales yesterday and I've just reheated it in the air fryer and I am onto something because I think I've basically made it crispy again. I don't know why I just put my hand on that was hot. But yeah, this is my post-run snack. So I've got almond pan of chocolate almond croissant basically, and then some raspberries for balance / health. And yeah, my run was fine. I think I did 12 kilometers, so it was 5 minute per kilometer pace, and yeah, felt all right really. Like I always find that I feel just a bit like wait, let me show you this. Hi. Hello. You saying hello? Yeah, I don't even know what I was saying, but my run is done, and then we've just got a bike threshold later today. But for now, I'm gonna eat my breakfast, have a snuggle with my puppy, and then shower and get ready. I've got a kind of busy day. Got loads of like errands to run as well. But yeah, that is life today. Chat soon. Good evening. It is turbo time again. I feel like, wait, what day is it? It's Thursday evening. I'm back on the turbo. I actually have a threshold session tonight, or that's what I'm supposed to have. I basically just felt a bit ill all day. Not properly ill, but do you know when you like struggle to swallow slightly and I'm like, oh, it's a sore throat. But it also might be the fact that I'm quite run down because, if I'm honest, I haven't slept properly in 3 weeks due to getting a puppy, which is fine. Like, I'm not even mad because he's so cute and so worth it. But obviously, these things do catch up on you. So anyway, I've got a threshold session. I'm trying to make smart decisions. I feel like training. I actually feel okay right now. I did not feel like training earlier, but now I feel okay. I'm going to start a threshold session, and then if I feel terrible or if I'm like, this is not productive training, then I'm just going to spin. That is my plan. So I've got a plan A, that's to do the set training. Plan B is to do the same time, but less intensity, just to give myself a chance to recover. And then plan C is to just bin it off. But I'm hoping I won't get to plan C because I do actually feel absolutely fine. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, maybe this is just in my head. But anyway, enough procrastination. We've got AirPods, phone for some music, water. Let's go. We did the threshold session, which is what was set. So all good. I actually felt fine. Like I felt a bit leggy, but I'm pretty pleased because I didn't think I was going to feel good, and I got it done. So that's the main thing. And now I'm making fajitas, but rice bowls. I'm honestly so good at cooking rice. Anyway, what was the session? So the session was some threshold reps. So basically I did 3 6-minute reps at threshold, and then it was like a 20-minute kind of like steady state, but I get bored doing steady state, so I basically increased the intensity. So it was finish at threshold. I kind of like progressed it to finish at threshold. And threshold on the bike
feels the same as running, but your heart rate is just lower because basically all of the power is coming from your legs rather than like your full body. So it's a bit of a different feeling. Like, yeah, I feel like aerobically you are like, oh, I'm not like fully spent, but like legs wise, you're like, yeah, I'm out. But anyway, I got it done. And then I think I'm gonna catch you tomorrow, which is a tempo session in the morning. So I've got tempo in the morning, Stairmaster at night, and yeah, that is my Friday training. But I'm gonna make dinner and catch up soon.
Good morning, happy Friday. I'm back at Lady Bower this morning for a tempo session. So I actually feel fine. I had a bit of a sore throat yesterday and I was like, oh, this could be the start of something. But I woke up today and I'm like, I feel good, I feel fine. So not sure what that was about. But anyway, onwards. Today's session, I've got 15-minute easy, just kind of rolling, warm up, and then going into 2 16-minute tempo reps. So kind of like longer chunks of tempo. I think there's a 3-minute float recovery, well, jog recovery, float jog recovery in between, and then 15 minutes easy on the other side. So just over an hour in total. I'll do it continuous, so basically just kind of like roll through it. And I think I'm going to swap up my route. I normally do like the upper reservoirs because it's about a 16-kilometer loop, and yeah, it's basically great for kind of like tempo. Do you know what? I might actually, I can't decide. I'm thinking I could actually do the bottom reservoir this time, just for a change of scenery, because I feel like I've done the upper one so much that I almost like know every up and down and corner. But then again, I could just go the other way around. Anyway, that is a decision that I need to make in the next 5 minutes. But yeah, I'm gonna do some drills. Like I say, for sessions. Sorry guys, but you're not coming with me because you're not. I just like to lock in, you know, like I feel like training for me, I like sharing what I do. Like I don't mind sharing my training, I don't mind sharing the journey, I don't mind sharing the ups and downs, like, and I think that I do it because, one, I'm not afraid of being judged, because like I just think that as long as you're out there trying things out, doing your best and having fun, like who is to judge your training? Like, I'm not saying my training's perfect. Like sometimes I think I probably do too much, work too hard, and other times I'm like, maybe I probably do enough. But you know, like, it's not perfect, it's not going to be perfect, it's not going to suit everyone. Like, I don't share my training for anyone to replicate, because that's not the purpose. But I think like it's just sharing kind of like me and my journey and kind of like where I want to go with it. And I think that that's quite nice. And like I say, I'm not afraid of people kind of like picking apart my training, because you can do that, but ultimately it's me, it's my life. Like, you know, we're all gonna die one day, and like then you won't actually care about my training. And that's kind of the mentality I have, and that's why like I basically, like I say, not afraid to share. But that being said, I don't even know where I was going with this. I have this tendency to basically like start talking about something and then I get sidetracked because I feel like I need to add more context, and then I never actually get back to the point. So I don't even know what... Oh, I was basically saying that I'm not taking my camera with me, because part of the reason I love running is the being able to just switch off, you know, like I actually do it so much for kind of like my mental and just kind of like headspace, as well as obviously wanting to be a fast runner and wanting to be better. So it's always like that fine balance. But I would find that if I took my camera on every single run, or if I started kind of like changing my training to make it aesthetic and being able to video, then like that would defeat the point of the reason why I train. So that is the reason. Did get back to the point. We did do a full circle there. But yeah, I hope you understand. Anyway, I'm gonna do some light drills and then get into it. It's windy, but that's fine. You can't control the weather on race day. It's not raining. It is a bit cold. I would rather be in a hot, warm country. But we're in England. We're in the north of England. And that's the reality. So we are going to get on with it. And I say we, I'm going to get on with it. And then I will see you on the other side. That is my session done. I think it was about 14.5k. yeah, it was alright to be honest. I had to change the route halfway around because basically the whole of my first rep, or pretty much the whole of my first rep, was with the tailwind, and the route I was going to do was basically going to continue the same way, and I kind of felt like it was cheating if I was to do both my long tempo reps with a tailwind. Even though it felt great, I was like, I can't do that. So I basically like carried on around, so my second rep was into a headwind, but then I was like immediately regretting it because I was like working hard but just going nowhere. But yeah, overall it was a good session. I felt okay. I think my pace was like just outside 4-minute kilometers, like average for each rep, so like probably like 4:02s or 4:01, 4:02, which is fine. I'd say for like tempo trail that is pretty good, you know, like I'm getting there. I was working hard. I always say I'm gonna like run controlled and go easy, and then I'm into it and I'm like, I feel alright. So yeah, but gonna have to have my Morton Solid bar to see me on the drive home. These are honestly, like, I've been a Morton ambassador for a couple of years now, but honestly these are unreal. I have a drawer full of them, and like I say them are like, they stop me from getting hungry basically. They're like my hunger snack, because if I have this now, it'll be like 25 minutes, half an hour by the time I get home, and then I can have like something more substantial, but it just means I don't get in and I'm like starving or ravenous, like. So these are great, and I'll probably have the other half later because I do have a double today. I've got the Stairmaster tonight, so I'll take you to the gym for that. It's fun. I only have it once a week, and I low-key look forward to it because it's so brutal, like actually so brutal. But yeah, overall good session. Gonna get warm, drive home, refuel. See you soon. Happy Friday. It's Friday night now, and I'm walking to the gym to do my stair stepper session. I don't know if I can call it a session, but basically the aim of this training session is to get some elevation on the stair stepper, and basically I start at like an easy pace and then just gradually ramp it up to a steady pace, and it ends up being pretty sweaty by the end, and it's also like a leg burner as well, but I low-key really love it. Like I was saying earlier, I just like actually love the pain of it. I like secretly love that. That's so wrong of me to say. Like, I can honestly work so hard. I think I got my heart rate up to like 175, so it was definitely into the tempo zone rather than the steady. But I see it almost as like Fridays are like double threshold, so I don't mind working a little bit harder than steady. So I'm really happy that I got that done. I feel like sometimes like when the mojo's lacking, and it always is on a Friday night, you know, it's the end of the week and I'm just like tired, and I think that is quite normal, especially when it's dark outside, it's cold, it's rainy. It's just like, I don't know, my body's just like, let's just get an early night. But whenever I get it done, I'm like just so proud of myself, because I feel like that is like one thing that I'm really good at, like just non-negotiable when it comes to training. Like I'm just so good at just getting it done no matter like how I feel. So big thumbs up from me. But we're now actually gonna order pizza because Friday night's pizza night, and it's like a reward. No, it's not. Obviously food isn't a reward. You can have food for whatever reason, whenever, but yeah, I feel like it's been a long day, got 2 very good sessions done, and now time to relax, eat some pizza, and yeah, recover. Happy Sunday. We've reached the end of the week, and I feel like I've missed out kind of like the last 2 days of training. But yesterday I had a good bike session, it went pretty well. And then today I had a long run with kind of like a steady element to it. So it was like 75 minutes, slightly shortened compared to normal, just because I'm racing next week. So kind of like starting the taper now, but basically did 30 minutes easy, just kind of like chilled, nice pace.
and then went into like 45 minutes steady, and that is like the longest steady chunk I've done, yeah, for a long time. But it was actually really good. I think we averaged, well, it depends whose watch you go off. So obviously there's a bit of debate at the moment. It's like Coros versus Garmin. But yeah, Joel, who I was running with, he had a Garmin, and he was saying we averaged like 403s for the steady bit. So that is good. Like, I'm super happy with that. My watch, I have a Coros, it said I was running slower. So great. But no, in general, like, it was actually really good. It was absolutely pissing it down. Like, it was such bad weather. I feel like, to be honest, like the last few Sundays doing long runs, like, it's just been awful weather. Yeah, I live in the UK. I feel like I am okay to complain about the weather, but yeah, it's been pretty grim. Like, honestly, if someone put me on a flight tomorrow to a hot country, I would not decline. I really wouldn't. But all in all, it's been a really positive week of training. I'm really happy with where I'm at. I'm kind of like about to go into another smaller taper week before racing. Next Sunday, I'll be doing the Alsager 5-mile race. So that will be fun. It will just be nice to kind of go through those like racing motions again and just build my confidence a little bit racing, because I feel like when you've had so long off, it's almost like, or at least for me, I feel like I forget how to race, and I forget kind of like, I almost have to remind myself how to be competitive again. So that I'm really looking forward to. And I think as well, like I say, having the time off just really made me appreciate like being healthy, being fit, and being able to make a start line. So it's something I'm super grateful for and really excited for. I'm going to sign off right now. I think this video might be pretty long because I can talk all day about my training. But yeah, thanks for watching. And if you want to support, then please like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I'll be able to bring you more videos soon.